Hi dears, in this video we are going to see 8th Social Geography. First, before entering into the chapter, let us see the definition for geography. What is mean by geography? The relationship between peoples and environment, it is called as geography. What is our environment? Where we are living? Which place we are living? What is around us? Everything came to know as geography. Geography means relationship between people and environment. In 8th geography NCERT syllabus, we are having totally 6 chapters. In the 6 chapters, in this video we are going to see chapter 1, that is resources. What does mean by a resource? What are the resources around you? Just look after what are the resources around you. Where you are sitting, house, it is a type of resource. If you are thirsty, what you are drinking, water, it is a type of resource. If you are feeling hungry, what you want, food, it is also a resource. If you are getting bored, you are using mobile phones, TVs, everything it is a resource. So how can we define resource first? Anything that satisfy human needs, they are called resource. What all are satisfying you in day-to-day life? Look around you. Even your mother and father are a human resource to you. For example, now I am taking a school. You everyone, you are studying in a school. What are the natural resources you can get from school? See around you. What are the natural resources around you? Air, water, land, sunlight, everything. These are the things, natural resources. The resource we are getting naturally, they are called as natural resource. And second, what are the human made resource inside you, inside the classroom? See, blackboard, that is a human made resource. And bench, that is a human made resource. Then books, pencils, notebooks, lunch box, water bottles, school bag, everything is a type of human made resource. And who are the human resource for you inside the school? Yes, principal, HODs, teachers, helpers, everyone, they are called as human resource for you inside a school. These are the resources. I have taken examples inside your school. For example, now we are taking a factory. What are the natural resources there? Yes, definitely air, sunlight, water, everything are natural resource you can get in factory. Then, what are the human made resource inside a factory? Machineries, fan, light, everything. Whatever human made resource, everything around you, human made resource. What are the important human resource inside a factory? Employees, supervisors, etc. They are the human resource inside a factory. So, just this chapter starts with a story. Moona and Raju are two students. They are helping their mom to clean their house. They are cleaning their clothes, utensils, food grains, combs, etc. Now they are asking to their mother, what does mean by a resource, mom? Like that. Now we can define what is a resource. Anything that can satisfy the human need is called resource. Now you say me, what are the resource that is essential to make a bread sandwich? Bread, right, vegetables, oil, cheese, butter, everything used for a, whatever things you are using to make a bread sandwich, they are the resource for making a bread sandwich. Then, now comes the definition for utility. What does mean by utility? Just usability, how you are using that resource. Just you are packing something and wasting that. If you are not using that, so it is not a resource. How much you are using the substance, it makes into a resource. How can you define a resource? Utility. Utility makes substance into a resource. If you are just keeping the clothes simply, it is not a resource. It is just a substance. How much you are using that substance, it make them into a resource. So usability or utility. Utility means what makes the substance to a resource, that is called as utility. Then comes the value. Value means worth. Something will have economical value and some may not have. For example, metals, diamonds, gold, everything have an economical value. For example, if you are taking a good landscape, for example, it is raining today. It is very nice to watch, right? Whether it is having any economical value? No. Just it is pleasant for your mind, but it won't give you any economical value. So, some resource will give you economical value and some resource may not have that economical value. And patent. What does mean by patent? Having some exclusive right on some idea. For example, if I am finding the medicine for corona and I am getting the patent right in my name, so every company need to get that medicine from me only. So I am finding that medicine, so I am getting the patent name in my name, exclusive rights on that medicine or whatever thing, medicine or machine, whatever thing. So patent right. Patent right means getting exclusive right on some idea or anything, it is called as patent. The two important factors that change one substance into a resource, the main important factors are time. Definitely, we need some time to make a substance into a resource. For example, I am giving an iron piece and asking you to make a table. Whether you can make it immediately? No, you need some time. So time is very important. Second one, can you able to cut the iron in your hand? No, we need some machineries, some technologies. So, two important factors to change a substance into a resource are one is time and another one is technology. Definitely, humans only we are only making all these things in the substance into a resource. So we need some knowledge and we want to know about some technological changes. So, for example, water is coming from dam. We are using that for creating an electricity. That is called as hydroelectricity. Without human, whether it is possible? No. Without technology, whether it is possible? No. So these two are important factors, human knowledge and technology. And just the wheel is introduced before many years ago. So with the help of that wheel only, we have found this four-wheelers, two-wheelers, bike, cycle, car, etc. And fire. In ancient days, we use this fire for cooking and for a lightning purpose too. But now we are using this fire for different purpose. We are using gas cylinders. Everything modernized, everything become a technology. Here comes types of resources. There are many type of resources. Already I said natural resource, human made resource and human resource. Now look around you. What are the natural resources around you? What we are breathing, air. What we are drinking, water. Where we are standing, land. Everything is a natural resource, gift of God. Whatever we are getting naturally without making more changes, it is called as natural resource. Again, the natural resource is divided into four. Level of development, origin, start, distribution. Level of development. What does mean by level of development? Again, it is divided into actual resource and potential resource. What does mean by actual resource? Quantity is known. If you know the quantity, for example, if petrol is there, you know the quantity. How many liters of petrol is there? 2 liters, 3 liters, 1000 liters. You know the quantity. So it is called as actual resource. If you don't know the quantity, for example, do you know how much of wind will blow today and how much the electricity will be produced through windmill? No, no one can conclude that. So the quantity is unknown. So it is called as potential resource. Actual resource means quantity known. We can give the examples. Petrol. Potential resource means quantity unknown. We can give the example. Windmill. According to the level of development, it is divided into actual and potential. And according to the origin, everybody you have studied it in even science too. Biotic and abiotic. Biotic means living resources. Human beings, animals, everything. Abiotic means non-living resources. Chalk piece, pencil, non-living things, everything are abiotic resource. Stock. According to the stock, the resources are divided into renewable, non-renewable. So, it is very important division. Renewable means you can get again and again. It is renewed again and again. Passport renewal means you are renewing again and again you can get. Which can be renewed quickly. Air, water, everything. Sunlight can be renewed daily you can get this. It never stops. What does mean by non-renewable resource? You can get after a million of years only you can get this. It is we are having only limited stocks. How can you, what things you can give examples for this? Petrol, diesel, Everything will be get after millions of years only we can get this. It is not renewable again and again. Can you again easily get the petrol again? Can you produce the petrol again? No, we can't get the petrol again and again daily. We are having only limited stock. It cannot be renewed quickly. It takes thousands of years to get renewed. So that is called as non-renewable resources. Distribution. According to the distribution, the resources are divided into ubiquitous and localized. Ubiquitous means everywhere. The resources present everywhere. For example, in Chennai, there also we are having air. We can breathe air. In Shivagangai, here also we can breathe air. We can get the air in all the places. All the places this resource is available. For example, air, water. Wherever you go, you can get this resource. That is called as ubiquitous. And what is meant by localized? In particular area only you can get this. For example, minerals. Can you get the mineral everywhere? No. In some places only we can get the mineral. For example, gold. Can you able to get the gold easily in all the places? In some plateaus and in some places only you can able to get the gold. So it is localized. For example, petrol. Can you able to get the petrol everywhere? No. In some places of the world only we can get the petrol. So it is present in particular place only, not in every place. So if you find the resource everywhere, it is called as ubiquitous resource. Example, air, water, etc. And if you find the resource only in particular place, it is called as localized resource. For example, you can give petrol, diesel, etc. And second comes the human-made resource, and third comes the human resource. We can see this about deeply in the next slides. Next comes the human-made resource. What is meant by human-made resource? For example, everyone used to play with mud, right? So in that mud, we also have some, when you used to put the magnet in the mud, some black color mud will be there in the magnet. And that is called as iron ore. If you taking that iron ore and after many processes, we can extract that iron from that iron ore. So, before people know how to extract that iron ore from the mud, whether can you get the iron? No, it is just a mud. We cannot use that resource. So, natural substance become resource when its original form is changed. For example, the iron ore is in the mud, mixed in the mud. We are taking that iron ore, that black color mud, and we are extracting the iron from that using some technologies. So that is called as human-made resource. For example, just I am having mud, right, bricks, etc. Can you able to build a house? No, we want some technologies. The human only want to make the house with the help of that bricks, mud, technology, technicians, workers, everyone they are helping to make this house. So the house is a human-made resource. And roads. Can you able to build the road without human? It is also a human-made resource. We can give lot and lot of examples. Tables, pencils, chalks, paper, notebooks, everything belongs to human-made resource. If the persons don't know how to extract this iron ore from the iron, that iron ore is not a resource. So after we learn how to extract the iron from it, then only it become a resource. This is called as human-made resource. We can give lot of examples for human-made resource. Building, TV, chalk piece, pencils, blackboard, table, many things belongs to this human-made resource. And third type of resource, it is human resource. So, whether can you able to lead everything without human resource? No, human resource is very important. In day-to-day life, the humans, they are just making their knowledge, improving the skill. We want to improve the skill. Day-to-day life, the technology, skill, everything it is improving. So we also need to improve our skill and technology. By improving our quality, we can create more type of resource. We can find medicines for corona, and we can also use we can find different mobiles, different Androids, TVs, many resources we can create. So, by improving the quality of peoples and improving the skill, we can create more resource. That is called as human resource development. Day-to-day life development of humans to create more resources. It is called as human resource development. Here comes resource conservation. What is meant by resource conservation? So, whatever resources it is, we want to use carefully. We should not waste anything. Even water, we should not waste the water. And we want to give some time to get renewed. Even it is petrol or diesel, whatever it is, We want to give some time to get renewed. So that is called as resource conservation. Using resource carefully and giving them time to be get renewed is called as resource conservation. Sustainable development. What is meant by sustainable development? For example, just now I am going to bath. I need only one bucket of water to bath, but I am using 3 buckets. Okay. If I am using one bucket, that is good. If I am using 3 buckets, the 2 buckets are waste. Right? We are not saving for the future. My future generation will suffer for this. They won't get plenty of water in their generation. That is sustainable development. We want to satisfy ourselves. I can use one bucket of water, but I should not waste. That should be saved for future generation. I can satisfy me, but it should not affect future generation. We should not waste that. So, satisfying present generation without affecting future generation, that is called as sustainable development. It want to satisfy you, but it shouldn't help also your future generation. Satisfying the present generation without affecting the future generation, it is called as sustainable development. We use 3 R's in sustainable development: reduce, reuse and recycle. We everyone need to follow this regularly in our life to conserve all the resources for our future generation. How can we conserve all these resources? We should not damage any natural environment, whether it may be a plant, water, whatever it is. If you are an owner to a factory, you should not lead your waste waters, sewages inside the water. Before entering into the water, it want to be recycled, so that it won't affect the natural environment. We should not pollute the environment. We should not make any damage to the natural environment. And whatever, if you are using renewable resource, for example, air, sunlight, water, whatever you are using, it should be sustainable, limited. Whatever you want, use that only. Don't want to use overuse. You should not overuse anything. And you should conserve the diversity in the earth. For all the animals, plants, you want to conserve everything, so that it will minimize all the resource. You should not waste anything. You should not overuse anything. You should recycle, reduce and recycle the usage of resources, so that not only us, our future generation, they also lead a happy life by getting all the resources. Thank you for listening this chapter 1. We can see in chapter 2. Thank you, dears.